Yeah, that
So
was
we
good.
went through matchlocks, flintlocks, percussion cap. Let's look at pistols.
Well, they were popular. Oh, that's a nice one.
Yeah. Again, all pattern welded barrels, all of them. British flintlock mechanism.
Yeah, I'm pretty certain that pattern welded barrels were probably um, imported into British India. I mean, they were made locally as well. Pattern welding barrels in India was
I
going back to the
read,
time
Pete, in
of
these
Akbar.
manuals that about making this, now I have even newer ones, that there was a whole industry of making pattern welded barrels. The whole industry, like
Yeah,
as they did with Shamshir. So you see,
yeah. And exporting them would be natural
yes.
because there are only so many princes that can afford them in Iran.
Yeah, of
But there's a
course.
lot more princes in India, and British officers, I think, sometimes had their pistols, the barrels replaced with pattern welded
Okay.
barrels.
The reason, you see these beautiful ones like the swords I had in arms armor from Iran, these ones, they're Nasruddin Shah Qajar collection, so kings, which they all collected, right? There are also many other museums with normal guns from this period. Well, I didn't analyze them because, I wanted to have exclusive pieces, right? So that's what
Oh
this
yeah,
is clear.
that's yeah, that's how you get people interested is show them the really artistic ones. And
Yes.
then when they get interested in what was going on in battles and things like that, then they want to see what the ordinary soldier used.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
mean, it's like some of the castles, Graz in
Yes.
Austria, where they've got hundreds of ordinary armors
Yes.
for ordinary soldiers. And I mean, it's really fascinating to see what an ordinary soldier was using
Yes.
in comparison
Yeah.
to what the rich people were using. And I think the ordinary soldiers weren't as well off in terms of their safety as the rich people were. But then
I
again,
was
who
thinking the
knows?
other day when I was looking at Mr. Al-Qarash's new armor, which we are going to talk about it soon when the next book is published. All ring, excuse me, mail armor, all rings, riveted rings are
Yeah,
inscribed. Then imagine you have a
yeah,
char ayne made of patterned crucible steel with gilding around. Then you have all these nice pistols, these guns, and then all these things you're wearing. Imagine how much it costs, the whole thing. Oh
well,
God.
this is it. When Napoleon invaded Egypt, um, a lot of the French soldiers made their fortune from taking stuff off the Mamluks because the Mamluks rode into battle with gold encrusted weapons and saddles and whatnot. And after the Battle of the Pyramids, a lot of French soldiers got quite rich.
Ah,
If Napoleon hadn't left most of them in Egypt when he went home to France to deal with the British, they would have gone home quite rich as well. But that was the thing. People had to show their importance by displaying their wealth.
yes, that's right.
It,
So
it
this
was, just part of
this
society.
one bit, this is the
1809, yeah.
yes, that's the
It's
British.
well, you can see Persians would love that lion, wouldn't they?
Yes, I always look at that. But do you remember they made it the Persian line? That was lovely, right? Remember?
Yeah, but I think that's just this to us. Yeah, I mean, this appeals to Persians. When they make it themselves, they just translate the line into one of their lines
Yes.
because that's the line they like the best. But
Yeah.
I'm looking even the bone or ivory inlay in the stock there. It's quite
Yeah.
sophisticated. Um,
These are ivory, yes, walrus mostly. This is Amal
yeah,
Haji. Unfortunately, the rest is wiped, so I couldn't read it. On a Persian
mm.
pistol with a flintlock mechanism.
But a good quality
Another one.
barrel.
Yes, the barrel is beautiful, Beat. Sorry.
Mm.
Yes, beautiful. And this one as well. It's a British long flintlock mechanism. Again, pattern welded steel, the barrel. All of
Yeah,
them
and again,
magnificent.
I wouldn't be surprised to see in some stately home in England, great 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 grandfather's flintlock pistol from the East India Company with a pattern welded barrel, because
Yes.
as you say, they manufactured these on a large scale at high quality, and people like it. They wouldn't have been just going to British India; they would have been going to Tsarist Russia as well,
Yeah, yeah.
because
That's
the Russian nobility had a taste for high quality
yes.
steel in their weapons.
Yes. So this is another one, another British, right? This is very interesting one as well.
Mm.
Very nice beat. And look at this one beat. Again.
Oh,
Yeah. Do you
that's really
see?
interesting.
This is chiseled. Do you see these figures beat? You see them
Yeah,
sometimes.
that's what I was striking me. They're
Yeah.
not. They're quite clearly, Persian, but they're not like anything you'd normally see when
You
you
see
say
them?
demon figures.
Yes, you see them
Did.
sometimes on some straight swords, right? These
Hmm.
figures. Yes. Very nice, huh? Very
Very
nice.
rare, I would imagine.
Yeah. And look at this one. The work of Kuchak Ali, Amali Kuchak Ali, the barrel.
Hmm.
Also beautiful pattern welded steel.
I think it's interesting the decoration around the signatures, all in gold and everything like that. But the signature's just chiseled out of the steel
Mhm.
because that's what he's proud of, the steel.
And then
Oh,
again,
I-
British percussion cap mechanism on pattern welded steel.
and one of those really high quality wooden stocks.
Yeah, the wood is magnificent.
Yeah, I like that wood.
And look at this one closer.
Yeah. See, again, this is where a style of decoration in British locks is very attractive to Persian customers because this would
Yes.
be very fitting. Again, we've got the beautiful inlay on the wood too, a row of flowers down the handle of the gun.
Yes.
Also, the trigger guard's quite elegant too.
Very elegant.
I mean, it flows like a plant, even though I'm sure that could have been imported as well. This is more basic.
Yeah. This one is
Um,
basic. Yes.
I think that that looks like a big caliber pistol.
Yes, it is actually. And
Yeah.
again, it has even it looks basic. It has a pattern welded blade.
Well, this
Blade,
is it.
sorry,
You're
barrel.
not going to throw away a barrel if it's that beautiful.
Yes,
So you just put new mechanism onto it.
yes,
The stock is clearly strongly influenced by European stocks of the time it was made,
yes,
but they still do inlaid ivory or walrus
yes.
ivory.
Here, yes,
Um,
yes. Look at this. Yes,
yeah,
yes.
it
Very basic.
there's even a kind of basic form of checkering on as a series of parallel lines on the handle.
Yes,
Um,
seems yeah. So yeah,
yeah, yeah, it's interesting to see one where the lock isn't highly decorated for a change.
yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. I was just thinking
I mean,
about the same thing.
it stands out. It's got a good. I mean, the cock has got a nice profile. I mean, it's well shaped and chiseled and filed out.
Because we have
But
seen so many highly decorated one. When you see one not decorated, say, what's going on here, right? Exactly. You're right. Exactly. Look at the barrel though.
that's the barrel from that one.
Yeah.
Wow. See, this is it. If you had a old flintlock
Yes.
pistol
Yes.
with a barrel like that, and everybody's using percussion, why wouldn't you just put a new lock on it and maybe
Yes.
jazz up the stock a bit? This is not the kind of stuff you throw out because it cost a lot of money when your grandfather bought it. It might be even earlier than that. I'll say that's really nicely done.
Yes. Excuse me. Beat. The barrel is blued, but if you look closely at it in your hands, is pattern welded. Then you wonder
Yeah,
why they blued it.
maybe simply for I mean, bluing was done for decoration, but it was also done to protect the metal from rusting
Yeah, maybe
sometimes. So
because of that. Yeah.
maybe they did it for that reason. But
Yes.
it's more likely they did it just because that was the fashion that year or that decade or whatever. Because people were very, very into fashion
Yes.
in Iran.
Yes.
I mean, I remember Shahdan's book about visiting Iran in the time of Shah Abbas. And as a French jeweler, he was impressed by the levels of style people went to. I think he pointed out that a number of the court officials and that spent so much money on their wardrobes to keep up to date with the latest fashions that they went bankrupt.
Yeah. True.
And I don't know. There's a clear um, fascination with modern designs, like the stock of this pistol is very much in the European fashion of maybe 50 years earlier.
Yes.
But we're going to make it out of our favourite pattern wood, and we're going to use a pattern welded barrel.
Yes.
There's a whole,
Yes.
amazing development. Another thing that looks like the pommel cap on the handle has been used to beat someone over the head a few times. That could be a pattern. It does look like somebody's whacked somebody. I mean, the one thing about these pistols is if you reverse them and hit someone with them, they're a really good club.
Yeah, he's like a gores, right? Yes,
Yeah,
it is
yeah,
indeed.
they're amazing.
And
Well,
another,
like a fierce little nasty one.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
but again, that's a very solid barrel.
very, very solid barrel.
Mm.
Very solid barrel.
I wonder if they ever cut down barrels to make pistols. Because
Yeah,
usually speaking, a long gun at the time, musket, would have a much larger caliber than you would normally have in a pistol.
yeah,
But
definitely.
if you wanted something to knock down a man, uh, if you had a barrel that was damaged, you could probably get a couple of pistols out of it
Yes,
and
absolutely.
leave the damaged bit behind. I don't know. They did it with swords. It just occurred to me. Did they do it with pistols?
Yeah,
Of course, all you have to do is make a new screw breech block for it.
yes. Pete,
If
look
you've
at
got,
this one. This one you will love it. It's a Persian percussion cap mechanism, which has a
Mhm.
very strange thing. This has the number 346718. It's very strange.
So could this be an arsenal number saying this is
Could be.
piece? Yeah, and it's registered in a book. Because remember, even when we were doing the Persian archery manuals, when they were talking about flight shooting, they had a book with a register for everybody's
Yes, yeah, I
shot.
remember. Yeah, you're right. That's a good point.
So I mean, bookkeeping was a tradition going back, particularly with weapons
Yes,
and things like that, going
yes,
back a long way in Iran.
yes. And look at this
Oh,
one. This one has a British percussion cap, but also pattern
mhm.
mounted barrel. Look at this one.
That's quite different from the others.
Yes, different. Completely different. Yes.
And again, somebody's been whacked over the head by that pommel, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's again really high quality wood. The
Yeah.
shape of the stock coming from the lock towards the end of the barrel is quite sophisticated. The they make like a bolster on the stock for
Yeah.
where the lock is mounted to give it sufficient things. But the way that one curves into the mounting under the barrel, I think is really quite elegant.
Yes. Very.
I'm not quite sure what's going on with the tip of the barrel. There looks to be a bit of silverware
Yes.
attached there.
It is. Yes.
Um, hmm.
And the next one.
Well, see that stock is in the European fashion
Yes.
and probably a European wood, but they've mounted a pattern welded barrel on it.
Yes. It's pattern mounted barrel.
And
Yes.
it's high quality one because I'm just looking at the mouth of the barrel is
It is
extraordinarily nice.
extraordinary. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That's true. Very beautiful. And let's look at one of the barrels, Amale Mustafa, the work of Mustafa. You see how beautiful the barrel is,
That
B?
that is exceptionally nice. And the chiseling just under the capuchin, up to the capuchin from the barrel. The gilding is high quality, though obviously it's worn a lot. Um,
or not. Yeah.
But and the raised ridges on the barrel to outline the
Yeah.
facets of it. That's really. I'm guessing under the capuchin that those lines go back to where the maker's name in that little cartouche is, and they all match up with those little flower designs. It's really, a whole piece.
Yes.
Ah,
Okay.
powder flask.
Now the thing is, it is a Persian powder flask made of hide. They have a very interesting name in Barudan, which means powder flask, but they have also another name. I don't even know how should I say that. Is the male sheep sexual organ, which a male
Yeah,
has
I
two of
was
them.
I was thinking that's where it was going to go.
So
It
this
does
is
have
what they
that
say in Persian, and people, God, that's the name they use. What should I say? I mean, there were two,
Yeah,
Barut,
no, that's there's
and the
lots
next
of
one is
things in
Haye
English.
Uch. So they call it Haye Uch.
Yeah,
What should I say? This was
yeah.
used. I mean,
No, the same thing happens in traditional names for things in English as well.
yeah,
So it's not unique to Persian.
yeah,
Um, the fact that they like tied ones, I mean, I know they made really good metal ones
yes,
as well. I
yes,
have seen one for priming powder, a small one that
yes,
hung off a cord that
yes.
was water steel
We are going to
wood.
see them beat. We are going to see them.
Oh, right. Oh,
Yes.
good.
So these are not for primer, which they called it barut gard, which means this very
Yeah.
fine one powder.
Yes. Yeah.
This is for the main charge, right? Exactly. And now you can look at this one. This one is huge.
Yeah. I mean, the leather work is really nice. This is engraved and molded leather.
Yes. And B, what you explained already on this channel, but really tough. When you hold it, tough leather. You cannot even shape it.
Yeah.
Can you explain how they make it? You said it already on this channel. These hard
Well,
ones.
to get this super hard leather into a condition where you could put it on a mold and shape it like that, and also do all that engraving, you soak it, and it becomes really quite soft. And then you do all your work on it, and you stretch it over the mold and let it dry. And when it dries, it goes super hard. And then you can paint it or lacquer it or shellac it or whatever you need to do to waterproof it. Because obviously, um, gunpowder is hygroscopic; it attracts water out of the air. So you want it sealed. They looks like they've reused a wine cork as the as stopper.
Yes.
Um, but that method of decorating the leather, this is goes back to water bottles and things like that. Leather water bottles often were decorated by engraved patterns like this. Sometimes they were two layers. So the engraved part of the leather is on the outside, and there's a smooth inner sheath, and they're glued together when they're wet, like this. But this has got so many resonances back to water canteens
Mm.
made out of leather. It's very much, but the advantage of gunpowder is that it's not a liquid, so you don't have to have it watertight joints.
Mhm.
But you still don't want moisture getting in because it'll go all gunky.
Yes. So this is this one. And not this is made of water steel, right? But
Yeah,
crucible steel,
this is
right? Exactly. That's right.
even the little toggles that the cords are tied to are beautiful pieces of
Yes.
piercing.
Yes. Priming flask. That's
That's
what Pete was talking about, this type, right?
Yeah, yeah. You press the lever, and the little cap opens, and a little bit of very fine powder comes out into the pan of whether it's a matchlock or a flintlock.
Exactly.
They both needed something like this.
And we have also priming flask made of brass, this one.
Yeah, well, brass is another good thing because if you drop it, it doesn't spark like a steel can spark
Yes, it yeah.
very hard. And you don't want sparks around gunpowder unless you're trying to shoot something.
Yes.
And again, it's got a little toggle that hangs from the middle
Yes.
off your belt.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
they're all, for some reason, priming flasks tend to bring out the artists in people when they're making them. They
Yes.
always seem to have something really nice.
Look at this one.
And the mechanism is common, like all over the Middle East and Europe. It's very similar. It's just the decoration and the shapes are slightly different. That one again, it's got leather where I think that keeps the original texture of the leather.
Yes.
It's got silver. It's got, I'm not quite
Ivory.
sure what, ivory. Yeah. Then you've got steel that's been chiseled into nice shapes. You've got brass.
Yes.
You've got an ivory cap.
Yes.
I mean, it's all really nicely put
Very
together.
nice. Very nice. And then black powder measure. This is made of
Oh yeah.
patent crucible steel, by the way.
Wow. I mean, I've
Isn't it
seen these in
fascinating?
use.
Huh?
Yeah, well, before cartridges, you had to measure out your powder, so you had to have something on your person that you could use to graduate your measures. That one looks on. I'm guessing that the end there's like a piston inside, so you push it up to the markings on
Yes.
that, and that tells you how much powder will
Yes.
fill it up to the.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's quite a scientific piece of implementation.
Yes.
But
These ones,
I
you mean?
do like.
Just let me show what bead means. These ones.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly. These ones. Yes.
Yeah, so
Do
the
you see the pattern bead?
further in that goes, the lighter the powder charge.
Do you see the pattern bead? How
Yeah, it's that's really fine and delicate and nice.
so
Oh,
everything these guys were wearing was expensive.
oh hell yeah! I'm the Shah. I'm the governor of this province. I'm the head of this city. I'm a colonel.
But once you
Whatever.
said a good point, I said, if guys, you're like a moving target to be robbed. But then you said something very nice. If a guy is wearing all those things, he has so many bodyguards around him. You can't get close to him.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, that's part of the thing. Try and come and get me because all these guys are going to deal with you before you can get close.
exactly. That's the point.
Yeah.
That's the point. Okay,
But
and then
yeah.
this is when we were visiting Isfahan with my late father. It was a very nice journey, and this is this wall painting, huge ones in Isfahan, right in Ali Ghapu.
Mhm.
And look at this.
Yep.
You see that?
And that's probably how pistols were used. You're
Yeah,
not very far away from the guy you're shooting because they're not very accurate.
yeah,
Uh, and that stock is an interesting stock. It's like a miniature long gun stock.
yes.
So they hadn't developed the curved stock or anything like at the time this was made or painted, probably. Um, you've got all kinds of things going on there. People are being. I think he's about to be stabbed in the back by a Jared, a little javelin.
Yes, yes, yes,
um,
he is.
yeah, I
Yes,
mean, there's a lot going on, and the guy he's going to shoot's wearing a cha'aina,
yeah.
and you can see his quiver full of arrows.
Hmm.
He should have shot him before he got that close. Uh, it's a funny thing. So a long gun in a row of people shooting some kind of musket, everything in front of them is shredded. But
Yes,
with a pistol, somebody could actually shoot him before he got within range with a bow, because even a weak bow has a longer range than an accurate range than a pistol. And by weak bow, I mean something 60 or 70 pounds.
yeah.
Um, I like his horse. One of my friends bought one of those spotted horses once,
Uh,
and they often have very bad eyes because what creates the spots also tends. It's like being an albino with pink eyes. They often have pink eyes, and because they've got bad eyes, they startle very easily. This is the last kind of horse you'd want to ride into battle if it goes through.
Pete, the reason I picked up this, I searched for the usage of guns. Sorry, on miniatures,
Mm.
you can find lots of wall guns. You can find shoulder guns, muskets, many, but pistols you do not find many. I was so happy
Yeah,
to
I've,
find
I've
this.
I've got to admit I haven't seen too many. I mean, I've seen this painting, and I may have noticed the pistol in the past, but it didn't stand out to me. Now he's an Ottoman from his hat,
Yes,
the guy with the pistol,
yes,
and that's making a point about who's using what, because you
yes,
can see people with different hats in different places
yes.
doing different things.
As a matter of
Um,
fact, this is a Qajar period depiction of Battle of Chaldaran. Yes.
yeah, because I noticed that the person in the middle looked like Shah Ismail, but it's the wrong style of quiver. So it was a Qajar quiver,
Yeah.
that he's wearing,
Yes.
but it's clearly meant to be
Yes.
Shah Ismail.
But in the same
Uh,
building, they have a Chaldaran battle, Safavid period painting, which looks completely different again.
yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we forget, and it's such a shame that so few of these have survived
Mm.
because they're really pretty good. For battle paintings, they've really got dynamic movement and everything going on. And
Yes.
people's expressions are often, oh my God, what's happening?